Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to talk about all the ways in the game to get shards, ancient, sacred, and void shards. Also to get skill books, legendary tomes, epic tomes, and rare tomes. And we're going to talk about how to get gems. So all of the three most valuable resources in this game is going to be covered in today's video. Now, quick disclaimer here. Events and tournaments. So events and tournaments, they're almost always going on in this game, and they're oftentimes one of the best ways you can get all three of these resources. So I'm not going to repeat it every single time we move on from one thing to the other topic, right? So always check your events and tournaments. How to optimize your events and tournaments is really saving your resources. So if you plan on upgrading a bunch of champions, wait till there's a champion upgrading event going on. If you plan on summoning a bunch of champions, try to wait until there is a summoning event going on as well. Same thing on your Dungeon Divers events. You can get good loot from all of these events usually, but it would behoove you to save your energy, save your silver, save your resources, save your shards, etc. That way you can benefit doubly. You can also, be upgrading your champions or farming in the dungeon and also claiming these prizes along the way. So again, not going to mention this every single time. I do want to start talking about shards, okay? So shards, there are obviously 4 different types of shards. No one cares about mystery shards in this game, largely used only for food. When we talk about ancient shards, you can get those in a variety of different places. So ancient shards you can get from just dungeons. So if we straight up go to any of the main 4 dungeons here, you can see that every single one of them has a chance of dropping ancient shards. It's a very rare chance, but if you're farming, 30, 100 battles a day, you're gonna end up collecting quite a few ancient shards throughout the duration of the month. Best, again, to stockpile those shards. Now, moving on, we also have the market. So 5 times per month inside your market, you will have the opportunity to buy shards. For me, it just so happened to be today. You can see under that purchase section that I'm kind of covering with my head, that was an ancient shard. So I'm gonna go ahead and test my luck here, try to refresh and see if I can get another one. You can get multiple on the same day. I would not, I got 2 right here. I would not advise you guys ever refresh your shop. Personally, it's not something I ever do, but some people swear by it. Some people love refreshing a shop. I don't like it. But here, look at this. 3 ancient shards in one day. Granted, it is capped on a monthly limit, but make sure you get your ancient shards from your market. Did I say shop? Either way, shop, as you can see here, we have, hey, dude, I didn't even plan this, man. We have an ancient shard available for free today. Once a week, every 7 days, you get an ancient shard in the shop here. Kind of maybe a little bit of surreptitious advertising to get you to go inside the shop and maybe purchase, I don't know, a raid card, a daily or progression pack, or a limited special offer. Either way, you can definitely get them there. So next up, we have friend referrals, guys. Friend referrals is a great way to get, a sacred shard if they hit level 50. Come on, KFMBB, pick up the slack. Pick up the slack. That's Sandy. Sandy, if you're watching, come on, level up, right? Come on. So, hey guys, it would be in your best interest to go ahead and any friend that you refer this game to, heck, even if you're starting a second account, go ahead and give yourself a referral link, and then eventually you'll be able to unlock some pretty decent rewards here from the friend referral. Next up is going to be the clan boss, obviously. Clan boss, as you scale harder and more difficulty on clan boss, you can have a good chance of pulling 2 sacred shards a month from the Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare clan boss chests. So finding a clan that best suits you, meaning a clan that is attacking the same clan boss difficulty that you're currently working on, is important for all of you guys. You shouldn't be hitting with a clan that's hitting Ultra Nightmare every day and you're stuck on normal, and vice versa. You shouldn't be hitting Ultra Nightmare every day if your clan can only kill normal. So just try to find a clan that kind of best suits you in terms of your account and player progression. So that is, again, sacred shards, void shards, ancient shards, all can be found in clan boss chests. Next up is going to be faction wars. So faction wars here, guys, is a great way to get a bunch of rewards. So if you look at the completion rewards here, you can see that you only have to go to, you get a couple ancients, you get a void here in the second kind of batch, but then when you get to batch 3, that's when you can have a chance of getting 2 legendary books. So I'm not going to repeat this when we get into the legendary books part of the discussion, a couple void shards, and then when you get to 5 to 650 or so. Then you have your first Sacred Shard, you have a couple Voids, and a bunch of Legendary books, again, 3 more, and then again, 3 more Sacred Shards, 3 more Legendary books, and it just keeps getting better. More Legendary books, more Sacred Shards as we get to the end game. Now, Faction Wars is very, very difficult to actually complete. It's the hardest game mode, the hardest dungeon mode inside the game, so I'm not saying these completion rewards are easy, but they are there for you guys. The next one is going to be a big one here, guys, and it's going to be doing your missions, quests, and challenges, okay? So I'm not going to go through all of these, you know, every single time we talk about all of these rewards, but I do a pretty poor job of doing this, honestly, guys. But, you know, complete your challenges. Take a look at your missions. There's oftentimes pretty solid rewards. You can get shards, you can get books, you can get gems, all through these 3 elements of the game. But I do want to spend a moment to talk about quests specifically, because quests refresh. You can keep claiming the same rewards every single month. So every week you can get 1 ancient shard in quests, and then every month you can get 1 sacred shard for completing your monthly quests, and 1 void shard as well. So again, 4 ancients, 1 sacred, and 1 void shard every month if you're completing your quest. So definitely taking a moment to complete all your daily quests every day will help you ensure that weekly ancient shard, and then every time you complete your dailies for, you know, a period of time, you'll be able to get your monthly sacred shard in the quests. Now, that's something that I kind of slack on, but at the same time, if you want to optimize your game experience here and you want to optimize your shards, definitely would behoove you to go ahead and check that out. Obviously, campaign, you guys already know about this. You can have the, I believe it is in Hard, Brutal, and Nightmare. Let's take a look real quick. Hard, Brutal, and Nightmare, yeah, normal you get a Void Shard for completing it. Hard, you get a Sacred. Brutal, you get a Sacred, and obviously Nightmare, you get a Sacred as well for completing getting all the maximum stars. And I need to actually go through in Nightmare and claim my Sacred Shard. I'm actually going to do this after this video. I only have 4 levels to 3-star left. I'm going to do that right after I'm done recording. Get a Sacred Shard. Yeah, buddy. All right, so that is your campaign, guys. And then the last but not least is just going to be your obvious stuff, right? Your daily check-ins in your clan. When enough people have checked in every day inside your clan, you will get your kind of daily activity reward. Here it is. And you have a chance at getting both gems and also, on a rare occasion, an ancient shard from your daily check-in chest. So make sure your clan is active in claiming this and clicking this or whatever. That way you can get more chances at getting that. And, of course, in your progression rewards, as you level up, you have a chance to get really all of these things, right? You have legendary tomes, you have a sacred shard eventually, and you know, gems as well here. So progression rewards, and of course it's not here because I've already done all my daily logins, but daily logins also has all of these resources that we're talking about here. So let's go ahead and move on. Those are all the ways to get shards in the game that we've discussed. I don't think I'm forgetting anything here. There's a lot of ways when you actually put it all down on paper right here. I have this long list, but it doesn't feel that way, right? And to be fair, you know, you work so hard to get 1 sacred shard, and what do you have? You have a 6% chance at getting a legendary, and then when you get a legendary, the legendary needs 10 books to maximize, and then you see how difficult books started to come by. Now, when we talk about books, guys, I'm just going to say this as a quick disclaimer. I don't want to repeat it, you know, I don't want to go on for minutes and minutes here, but there needs to be a way to farm books in this game. Plarium, if you're watching, come on, give us a dungeon where we can farm pages and put them together and make a legendary or an epic tome, because skill tomes are one of the most scarce resources and also one of the most necessary resources, which is such a shame. So as constituted right now, besides your events and tournaments, which you already talked about, besides your faction wars, which we already talked about, and all the rewards that you claim in all the areas that we already talked about, I'm not going to go through these areas every single time here. Clan Boss is really your most reliable way to get your skill tomes, to get your legendary and your epic skill tomes. That's how I get all of my skill tomes for the most part. Of course, I do purchase some occasionally, all these champion guides that I do here on the channel, but for the most part, I think after a few months of playing this game, I was just kind of messing around, normal, hard, very seldomly seeing how I did in Brutal Clan Boss, but eventually I started to really put a lot of effort into my Clan Boss team, into being able to 2-key Nightmare or 3-key Nightmare, and then eventually being able to 2-key Ultra Nightmare here. You can see I'm at 84 million damage in 2 keys now, but now that I'm able to do this, and now that my clan is finally being able to beat both of these difficulties, Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare, I'm able to actually farm up these legendary skill tomes and these epic skill tomes. However, that is not enough, and you see the problem there, right? The problem with this situation is it's taking me a lot of time and resources, and let's face it, money, to be able to be put in the position where I'm actually able to farm these resources without having to spend money. And so basically, you know, money begets money, right? Or like scarce resources beget scarce resources. So there needs to be a way to bridge that gap from the, you know, rare books are much easier, rare skill tomes, much more accessible in this game, although they're still a little bit more difficult to find than they should be. And then there just needs to be a bridge there from, okay, I've got these rare champions I'm able to book up, nobody else, and that's the challenge right now. Now, again, even some of the events going on right now, the time of this recording in the game, do give out legendary skill tomes. So they're there in these events, but again, and epic skill tomes, you just have to save your resources. Easier said than done, right? I mean, it takes a lot of resources to unlock these legendary skill tomes in both of these events right now that both have them going on. So again, guys, events, tournaments very seldomly, and clan boss are your most reliable ways, other than the kind of one-off login rewards that we talked about. Login rewards, progression rewards, faction war rewards, all that stuff in the game. So that is it, guys. There is also a very small chance to get books from your from Arena. So from your arena chest at the end of every week, it's another way to perhaps once a week, perhaps have a small chance at getting a skill book. But that's all the ways you can get them: challenges, missions, quests, faction wars, weekly arena chest, and clan boss on top of events and tournaments. Now, gems, guys, same thing, right? All of the above. We talked about all those ways, and this is why I wanted to combine these three topics into one video, because they're all the same areas for all these resources. I didn't think it necessitated three separate videos to talk about. The gem mine I will mention here, guys. If you plan on playing this game for more than a few months, if you think you can stick with it, the gem mine is absolutely worth the cost in upgrading, okay? So if you can play consistently to make sure you're collecting your gems, you're gonna wanna go ahead and max out your gem mine ASAP, because it will return dividends after only a few months, and then it's all gravy, it's all profit after that. So I maxed my gem mine pretty early, so again, I would advise you guys to do the same. Your daily quests, you get 10 gems for free. So if we go to the quest, every day you can claim 10 gems just automatically just by completing your daily quest. So that should be kind of a check mark for you guys in terms of every day. I want to make sure I'm getting my 10 gems, okay? And then those 10 gems can go to a number of different things. You can save them all up and buy masteries if you don't want to go ahead and grind Minotaur's Labyrinth. You can use them to buy energy, which is the most efficient way to spend your gems. You can use gems to refresh your shop if you want to pull an ancient shard for a double time event, you know? So you have some autonomy, obviously, in choosing how to do that. Also, clan boss, your daily check-in rewards, quest challenges, and arena chest are how you're going to be getting gems inside this game as well. So there you go, guys. That is all the ways as constituted right now on June 18th, 2020 to get gems, skill tomes, and shards, ancient, void, and sacred inside Raid Shadow Legends. There ought to be more ways, but that's what we got right now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hey, if you like the content here, I invite you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day, and as always, take care, guys.